Hello, 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 everybody. Are you happy, lovely people? How are you doing? I am doing okay. Tonight we are talking about the Ossabow island pig or island hog. So pretty cool. And I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have some popcorn. Hi, hey, Baragon. I need to clean, and I have not cleaned, and I need to. But I probably won't get to it until Sunday. I got a new subscriber. Somehow I doubt that, Mason. Are you from TikTok? Just curious if you are. Okay, because I have a Mason that comes into TikTok, and that's why I'm wondering. Your dad is a smart man. So tonight, we're going to be doing an endangered, possibly endangered, domestic breed. I don't do these a whole lot. It's going to be a short one. So after that is done, if you want to ask me questions or you want input into the channel, I am eventually. Me, I'm almost too old for sports. Now, There might be somebody in the channel that likes sports that's here. Baragon, do you play sports? I don't. We're going to get started because it's 5 minutes after. So, like a lot of the other endangered breeds that we've talked about, no, I don't. Carrie me through watches baseball sometimes. Like a lot of our other barnyard breeds that we've talked about, these hogs came with the Spanish conquistadors from Spain during the 16th century. Everything's good. But the Spanish had a hard time with them because they were a little bit hard to control. And eventually they actually escaped from the expeditions. And eventually they left. They were left on an island off the coast of Georgia. That became part of their name, the Ossabaw Island hog. Although I thought it was OW. And it still could be. The island is off the coast of Georgia in the United States. They are considered to be critically endangered. Most of the feral pigs that we have in the United States eventually, at least within the continental United States, eventually they intermixed with domestic pigs. But being that they're on an island, that hasn't happened. So they are a distinct population of pigs. These pigs are actually smaller than the ones that you might see that might be on, say, the originally. They actually grew smaller, which is a trait that we see in pigs that live on land. Or not pigs that live on land. Pigs that live on islands. Animals that live on islands. It's called insular dwarfism. So these pigs did grow smaller over time. Males get to be around 200 pounds. Females, on the other hand, only get to be around 150 pounds. So they're still a little chunky. But, you know, they're pigs. And I don't know of any pigs that don't get a healthy weight on them. Their habitat on the island is a mix of salt marshes, freshwater pools, maritime forest, dunes, and, of course, white beaches. Erica, do not spam my channel. I know you haven't, but I'm just saying. They live for about 15 to 20 years. And sort of a cool, not so cool thing about these pigs is they actually have a low-grade, non-insulin dependent diabetes. Their diet includes roots, tubers, leeches, earthworms, and fiddler crabs. And there are periods when they go through scarcity. And they're adapted for that. Hi, Erica. Their overall metabolism allows them to survive all of that. These pigs are affectionate, highly intelligent, capable of bonding with humans. They're a very vocal animal, And they can do some high-pitched squeals, I guess. By the end of the late 20th century, this pig breed was facing extinction. There may be places where you can still see them. They used to have them at the National Zoo in Washington, D.C., or wherever it's at. I think it's Washington, D.C. But I don't know if that's a thing or not. A lot of times stuff gets shuffled around and lost and whatnot, so. And I don't mean to say that the zoo has lost the pigs. What I'm saying is sometimes zoos don't display. They trade off animals, or the animals go off display, or something along those lines. I'm stress eating right now, in case anybody is wondering. If you're new to my channel, this channel is usually where I do reviews on the figures in back of me. And then in the lives, we always do conservation stuff. Usually it's an animal or plants. But there are 3 channels. A nature channel that's open to just about anything in nature. And then there's a spooky channel where I talk cryptids, tell ghost stories, among other things. Yeah, that's something I didn't check. Actually, I did not check my website. Whoops. I have, that's an odd name for it. Louisiana Purchase Garden and Zoo, the Philadelphia Zoo, Providence Roger Williams Park Zoo, and the looks like Oatland Animal Wildlife Center in Savannah. Erica, watch the emojis. I'm probably going to add other animals to the lives coming up this month. That's something I'm going to try and do, because I don't like having extra time. We are doing next week the Rondo Dwarf Galago, which is a primate, Andean Flamingo, and then we're going to end the month with the Cotton Patch Goose. It sounds like somebody that has never heard a short person talk. I was commenting on Jason Cougar's comments. Um, so yeah, so probably starting in December, maybe parts of November, there will be 2 animals paired up with stuff so that lives are a little bit longer. Erica, if you start that stuff in this live, you're going to be gone. Hi, Jake. However they come, stacked or separate, doesn't matter. As long as they're good. I see way too much of that stuff on my TikTok lives. I'm not going to tolerate it in my YouTube lives. No, carry me through. It's a trend right now that the kids are doing. And it's not good. Yeah. Um I am going to start doing my usual routine on the channels. Anyway, if you're new to my channel, we've already covered the material for today. So that's why I'm sitting here chowing down and watching live and enjoying it. Any questions, comments, or concerns? What, Erica? What's your question, comment, or concern? Well, luckily for me, I'm not in class. Erica, did you have a question or no? Mm. Oh, okay. I don't know. He either left or is being quiet. It's been sunny here too, for the most part. I think that'll change tomorrow. Where do you find the golden arches? What? McDonald's. So, Erica, what state do you live in? Or what country? I don't know. The island of no souls? Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. Usually I'm more into 5. My head is just... I have 16,000 things that I need to do. And my brain just is not having it. Texas, nice. I have friends that just moved to Texas. Well, they've been there a few years, actually, but... We could have snow on Sunday. They can keep it. Because I don't want it. Not that I have any choice. But... I agree. Erica, this is a silly question, but have you seen snow? Ah, okay. I have cousins that lived in San Francisco area, and they hadn't seen snow until they visited my grandma's house, who lived in Utah, and that was their first time seeing snow. So you're not missing much. It's cold, it's wet. Hmm. It's nothing. They're predicting a wetter winter than usual. Because of yeah, but now we're adults, and we know how big of a pain in the it is. Okay, that's gone. Um, yeah, that was fun. Oh, we had to help. Why would you call me when I'm? Why do people call when I'm live? I don't understand that. I really don't. I will never understand that. They know I go live. Now I gotta try and find them and see what she wanted. Sorry, guys. I feel like I'm ignoring you. I'm really not. I'm just really, really distractible today because my brain is everywhere. That's funny. Yeah, she's been poking me too. And I'm like, really? It's showing 2 people. Are we the only ones in? Oh, nope. Okay. My screen is sometimes not okay. YouTube gets weird sometimes. I don't know why. It just does. Oh, so is mine. It's like it has a mind of its own. She hasn't answered me. Whatever it is, it must not be super important because it could be people on TVs. Because sometimes that's the thing. They're on their TV hiding. Guys, I really need to get to sleep tonight, but I don't think it's going to happen. Even at my age. I'm switching things up on the main channel, and it just is not really working for me. So I don't know. I'm always open for ideas. By the way, there's going to be a special 12-hour or 9-hour live. Could end up being 12. I don't know. It's going to be either the 21st or the 22nd. I think I said the 22nd. I think is what I decided. Hold on, let me verify that. And it's going to be on the main channel. Not this one. And once you know, I clicked on the wrong thing. Yeah, either the 21st or the 22nd. I have to look at what I... I have to look at my schedule. Oh, excuse me. Popcorn burps. Blech. Yeah, it's going to be the 22nd. It'll be not on this channel, but on my Nature Guy. No. It's going to be on the Natureverse 4.7 channel. You guys are not expected to be there all day. Yeah, it's the Natureverse. It's Natureverse 4.7 on the 22nd. So that'll be a thing. And like I said, you're not necessarily, I can't force you to be there, but it would be awesome if you did show up. I have two. I have 4 showing on my Chromebook. I have 4 showing on my Chromebook and 2 showing up on my phone. So I don't know who's right. It's all wonky. Oh. I think some people, depending upon the subject matter, come and go. Like this subject may not be everybody's cup of tea, and so they don't stick around. Or it's right at dinner time. Ours has been on. Oh, it'll be cold. You'll get that wish. There is stuff. I need to wash my... I don't know what this stuff is. I have to wash the little throw that I cover up the things that I use to put the animal figures on when I use them. Because it's dirty. Tonight's video, if I ever get it done on the main channel, is going to be on dung beetles. Yeah. And then the next live, I think, is a habitat focus. I think it's flooded grasslands and desert grasslands. I do too, but it's gonna wait till tomorrow. So what does everybody have planned for their weekend? Or are we making plans for the weekend? My big plans for the weekend involve YouTube, finishing up that talk that I have to give, and more church stuff. It is the story of my life. But I choose it, so I do it. Thank you for the whatever that is. See, on YouTube or on TikTok, that would be money. Here, I don't think it's anything. You know what? Let's do something. No. Here's a fun fact for you. The opposite sides of a standard dice always add up to 7. A cloud weighs about 1,000,000 pounds. Which, I don't get that one, but okay. The total weight of all ants on Earth is thought to be equal to the total weight of all humans on Earth. Yes, cloud. The word nerd was first coined by Dr. Seuss. It appeared in his 1950 book, If I Ran the Zoo, which is one of my favorites Dr. Seuss books. A jiffy is an actual unit of time, as the amount of time it takes for light to travel to 1 centimeter in a vacuum, which is about 33.3 picoseconds. Wombat poo is cube-shaped. The shortest war in history lasted only 38 to 45 minutes, and it was fought between Britain and Zanzibar on August 27th, 1896. The most common letter in the English language is, do you know? What is the most common? Yep, it is E. What is the least common letter? It is Q. There is a town in Norway called A, or called A. This is the last letter of the Norwegian alphabet, and it is pronounced the same way that we would pronounce A, as in saw, A. Yeah. My Chromebook wants, my Gemini AI wants to know if I want a horror story or if I want more facts. Woolly mammoths were still around when the pyramids of Giza were being built. They were still alive in 1650 BC. Crocodiles cannot stick their tongues out of their mouths. No, because woolly mammoths would not have lived in Egypt. They lived on an island off the coast of Siberia. The total mass of all honey in a jar never crystallizes. The total mass of honey in a jar that never crystallizes is slightly radioactive. This has something to do, evidently, with bananas, which are naturally radioactive due to their potassium content. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I don't know. But that tiny amount of radiation is due to their potassium content, which is often a major source of potassium in our diets. And a tiny amount of radiation is harmless but measurable. The most shoplifted food item in the world is cheese. An estimated 4% of all cheese produced globally is stolen. In ancient Rome, wealthy citizens sometimes used powdered mouse brains as toothpaste. Let that sink in. A group of flamingos is called a flamboyance. A group of buffalo is called obstinance. And a group of rhinoceroses is called a crash. The Nobel Peace Prize was once nominated for both that angry German Austrian guy and his counterpart from Italy. Naturally, they did not win. Koalas have fingerprints that are so similar to humans that they could potentially confuse a crime scene investigation. Ew! In ancient Rome, wealthy citizens would use stale, urine as mouthwash. They believed the ammonia was effective for whitening teeth. Sharks have existed longer than trees. Sharks have been around for over 400 million years, while trees evolved around 350 million years. She's good because she hasn't been spamming it. Australia is technically wider than the moon. The continent's widest point is about 4,000 kilometers, while the moon's diameter is about 3,474 kilometers. Here's a good one for you. The inventor of Pringles, okay, the guy that invented Pringles is buried in a Pringles can. His ashes were placed in an original flavor can after he passed away. Erica, the most common name in the world is Muhammad. The most common word in the world, the most common name in the world is Mohammed. Interesting. Anyway, we're going to go because it is 7 o'clock. I will talk to you later. Goodbye. I don't know. I don't think it's scary. Anyway, I'm going to let you go because I think we're the only ones in here. I will talk to you later. Bye, everybody.